Hey, I think we're supposed to be on the same side.
Did you know Camp Lazlo, Grim Adventures of Billy Mandy, Dexter's Laboratory, Adventure Time regular show just had a crossover and we didn't even know about it? Yeah. The advertising wasn't super on its side for this one. Jellystone is a TV show created by Cartoon Network, and they just had a crossover between all of their most popular franchises from the 2000s, and they did not talk about it. They just gently sprinkled in this 22-minute episode amongst 10 other ones and dropped it on HBO Max, despite telling us 6 months ago that this was happening. So we heard about Crisis on Infinite Mirths a way while back. We even found a list of all the characters that were going to be involved. I think some of the writers and producers from the old shows mentioned being a part of this project, but nothing on the subject of it. And unfortunately, I'm telling you guys right now, this is exactly how I thought it would be. I'm not sure there was a world where 22 minutes would have justified all these characters' reappearance and relevancy would be phenomenal, but to see that it was done so quickly is kind of a shame. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Johnny2000. Can you guys believe that the newest Cartoon Network crossover just happened and none of us were told about it? It wasn't publicized. They were promoting Jellystone, the TV show that it was brought in, but they released 15 new episodes and this crossover was just a single episode in that batch. This episode was directed by Maxwell Atoms, the guy who created The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. And the show Jellystone is created by C.H. Greenblatt, who worked a lot on almost every Cartoon Network show, but most importantly, created Chowder. So there's a lot of legacy people in this already, so I'm sure the knowledge of it is super relevant. So in this episode, Cindy Bear is struggling with loneliness. She's giving advice to everybody in the town of Jellystone and feeling more and more lonely. That is, until she finds herself comforting Billy from Grim Adventures and Billy and Mandy. It just comes out of nowhere. Billy is back in this new format, and he looks a little bit more cartoony than I swear he did before, but maybe it's just in comparison to the new cartoon style. Turns out Dee Dee from Dexter's Laboratory is also rummaging throughout the town, both aware that this is not the universe they're used to. Cindy Bear tries to get behind it and is interrupted when Mojo Jojo comes in a giant robot suit. Suddenly the town is being taken over by Mojo Jojo and he doesn't recognize anything. He is realizing this is not his universe. He and Cindy Bear meet and instantly fall in love? In the next scene, the mayor is trying to talk to all of them and figure out what's been going on. They talk about all the different ways they somehow ended up here, like Billy and Mandy. Billy was looking for the remote, Dee Dee wanted to see one of Dexter's inventions, and Mojo Jojo found, like, a portal. This is when Mandy has her infamous line referencing the show, which I think is super funny.
Just what the world needs. More forgotten characters dragged back from the grave just so some dirtbag animator can buy a third yacht.
Yeah, I ain't got another multiverse in me.
All the portals look like they're from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, which is super nostalgic for me. Hole in the ground that acts as a portal. Later, Mojo Jojo and Cindy Bear go on a date, and it's really sweet, but honestly, I feel like maybe this could just have been a Powerpuff Girls crossover. So far, it's halfway over, and these are the only characters we're seeing a lot of. The next morning in the giant portal, Fred Burger comes out, yay! And I'm so excited to see who's coming next. Mojo and Cindy develop their relationship, and she actually says that she loves his mind, and he can't respond saying, I love your mind, so obviously she gets a little upset. The Powerpuff Girls don't know what to do with themselves since Mojo Jojo's not around, and it's really trippy seeing them not as their 2016 or more recent selves, but I feel obviously a lot better about it. Like, they look good, and being the original voice actors is incredible. Suddenly, a bunch more people start showing up in the giant void that Fred Burger came out of. In this really far away clip, we could see a lot of characters. Like, I'm seeing Mordecai, Ice King, Rigby, a little bit of Chowder, and jeez, Johnny Bravo? Okay, so they have a lot of people in this. The mayor from Powerpuff Girls comes down too, which also means it could have been a Powerpuff Girls special. They get in a fight, leading to the entire town turning against each other. Do you guys know who these characters are? Because I don't. And suddenly people are being shot all over the place. We see Blue, Eduardo. This shot is really hard to look at. And it just seems like a series of shots where we could kind of see a lot of the really cool characters, but we don't really get a voice out of them. Flapjack's here. He's hanging on the window with Knuckles at the bottom window. And I remember reading that this one was going to be a part of it. The town goes crazy with all these, and Cindy and Mojo had a complicated part in their relationship. It's so weird that this is the thing that ties the special together. The Powerpuff Girls interrupt to beat up Mojo, only for Cindy Bear to defend him in a giant mecha suit, almost killing the Powerpuff Girls. And of course, Mojo is more in love than ever. Okay, I see where this is going. He tells her he loves her body, which is inappropriate until you realize he's talking about the mecha. Okay, real funny, guys. Until another giant mecha robot comes down, and it's Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. Okay, this is a throwback too. Johnny Bravo we get a little bit of. And then the portals start opening up for even more characters. Finally, Ed and Eddie are here! Hey, Ed and Eddie. Oh wait, I guess they can't hear us. I see Finn from Adventure Time coming in. I don't know who these two guys are. Even Samurai Jack. Wow, he fits into the animation style really well. Codename Kids Next Door jump in, but none of them really have speaking lines, and that's okay, I guess. So Courage is here. Frankie from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends gets a speaking line, which is nice. And I'm surprised of how much people I don't know. Camp Laszlo, oh my gosh, Laszlo's here. My gym partner's a monkey, Jake. Okay. They start to full-on fight. I get a moment of Blue, I get a moment of Grim, Courage. I don't know why Ed and Eddie are there though. It feels a little off. Robot Jones is a cool throwback. And Ben 10 is just a little awkward to see, honestly. Like, the scene where they're all running at each other seems kind of like a CD video game. I don't know why Eduardo would be super violent in this moment. There's a really nice Samurai Jack moment where he fights the shark, which is so unnecessary. Wilt comes in for a moment. Ice King is on the giant robot. Ed is trying to put up a fight. And everybody feels out of place, honestly. The Powerpuff Girls come in to intervene one more time because they are the actual plot, and it's clear they're not going to last long. Dee Dee breaks the remote that Grim and Mandy came all the way out here to get, and their arc is over. Ed and Eddie get a really small moment to shine with Eduardo as they show their tongues, but why can't I at least hear them talk? Both of the mayors shake each other's hands, and all the Cartoon Network characters realize they actually really like Jellystone. Right when they think that they're all going to be sent back to their universes, the giant explosion doesn't come through, because apparently Fred Burger used it as a toilet. Disgusting, guys. This is not classy. And suddenly nobody has to go home, which is nice, because it seems like they're all fitting in to this universe. Oh, and then they all get in a portal and start going home one by one. Very in the style of regular shows, so I don't know why they wouldn't be such a bigger part of it. Very sweet, until Grim throws Mojo into the portal, and Mojo, Jojo, and Cindy cannot have another moment. And we end on Cindy Bear being lonely once again, but finding out she still talks to Mojo through the portal. Aw, that's sweet. But something I just cannot get behind is how minimal the contributions of the shows are. Like, it seems like such a cash grab to have all these characters in it for like literally less than a moment, having no emotional impact, and then leaving. Like, at least Billy and Mandy was relevant to be there, although they could have been removed without the plot. It seems like Mojo Jojo and the Powerpuff Girls references were the most vital to making it a worthy special, and we get to see those characters change by the end of it. I mean, the Powerpuff Girls barely. If anything, it's kind of an insult on their legacy that all they care about is Mojo. And then Dexter's Laboratory having Dee Dee get in. Even the most prominent characters in this special seemed to have such a lackluster plotline. Like not even a fan could have made this. Like, Dexter's Laboratory has Dee Dee using an invention wrong. Like, oh my gosh, that's such an abnormal plot. You couldn't have done something a little bit more relevant to that universe? Like, and Grim and Mandy just needing a remote, it just feels like they didn't even care to give them, like, slightly interesting plots. It's just like, oh, they were taken here, nothing happened because of it. Like, I don't need to see Ed, and Eddie unless you're gonna make them a vital component of it. And having Finn and Jake and Mordecai and Rigby, but not doing anything important is just, it's kind of like underselling all these franchises. And I am really unhappy with the way it went, especially since Cheese and Fred Burger clearly got the most airtime because of their popularity. It's clearly a popularity special and not a revitalizing of these characters. But what do you guys think? Have you seen it yet? I was surprised this even came out with the lack of promotion for this specific episode. Like, I just knew that Jellystone was coming out and suddenly this was there. Like, what did you guys think? All in all, I don't think it was a bad special. It was definitely a great episode of this individual show, and it was great to see the characters interwoven into the plot in a way that wasn't super insulting, although the really brief cameos like Ben 10, like, there was a lot there that didn't need to be there. Almost making us think about what could really be, but being nothing more than an exciting thought. This almost feels like a giant commercial, something that would have played as a bumper in between Cartoon Network episodes in small doses. It's just not a reason for all the characters to come back, especially after like 10 years. Like, at least have them come back in a bunch of different specials, maybe have an entire season of Jellystone where each episode has to do with a different crossover from that show, but it's so unrealistic to think Kids Next Door, Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo can all be in this one episode and it be fair. Even Samurai Jack being in there would have been cool if it was more than just a montage, although this moment was really cool. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. This is Johnny 2000.